ladies and gentlemen. This is Wesley of Wesley's Beats and Wesley's Beats Radio doing another exclusive interview. Tonight we're talking to Jordan Lopez. Hi, Jordan. How you doing?
I'm good, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. I'm doing great, man. Here you got some really good things going on, so we're gonna give you an opportunity to share that with the world. Okay.
Yes,
So,
sir.
can you give us your name again and where you're from and the name of your company?
My name is Jordan Lopez. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, and the name of my clothing brand company is called Unhuman Apparel.
Unhuman Apparel. Okay. Well, Jordan, did you have your own clothing line now? How old are you?
I'm 21 years old, sir.
21. That's awesome to be that young, having your own clothing line, man. Much respect to you. Okay. Now, what actually got you started into doing clothes, or what was your interest? How did you get started in clothes, and why clothes?
Uh, I have, to be honest, there were many interesting things about clothes to me. For one, the normal answer, I guess, to say I grew up with two other siblings. I'm the oldest sibling, so there'd be certain things I wanted, and my mom was like, "You can't get that. You got two other people you got to worry about."
Right, right.
And I would really say superheroes have influenced me a lot on clothing. I grew up watching a lot of superheroes and just learning to love them, and they've influenced my life like a great deal, such as
Okay,
me doing construction, the sports I've played. So anytime I make clothing, I want to feel like it tells a story or it's like a suit to where you just feel powerful in it.
okay, okay. Okay. So you make all of your stuff.
Yes, sir.
You make all your stuff yourself. Okay, that reminds me. When I was in the military, I was in Korea, and you could just walk into the tailor shop, man, hold your arms up. They would measure you up, and you could actually bring in your own design, and they would make whatever design you brought in on paper. You know what I mean? They would make it for you. So to be able to do that, I think is really cool. So do you have certain stuff that you make, or can people come in and just tell you what they want and you make that for them? Or do you have just certain
I
um,
did both, to be honest. When I first started my company, it was a customization business. People
okay,
would come in and give and tell me the stuff that they wanted on their design, and I would make it come to life. My first actual clothing that I did were actually suits. I would make custom suits for people, especially for myself because, as I just said, I didn't want to be basic. I wanted to show that I was different and that I was powerful in a way. So I would
right,
always try to be different and but also professional at that same tone.
right.
The clothes that I've made for other people that are already come prepared, they're just part of a story that I want to tell as for the company. I feel like once you create something, you need to have a story with it so that that story can make it sell itself in a sense.
Exactly, exactly. Okay, so what types of clothing do you do right now?
I do anything. Right
Okay,
now, I already have shirts made. I've made custom jeans recently for myself. Even this is the custom shirt that I made for myself recently.
okay, okay. So the name of your company is Unhuman. Okay. So how did that concept come about?
It's almost like the X-Men. The X-Men were regular people, but better in a sense.
Right.
I feel as Unhuman, we all have a part of an unhuman in us. That's the logo actually right there.
Right.
But
Right.
the skeleton symbolizes that we all have the same skeleton underneath, but we're all different people. You can
Okay.
you can choose who you want to be, but once you do that, that's when you become not human no more. Once you finally choose to stop being afraid and just be who you want to be in life, that's when you become unhuman and be who you want to be.
Okay. Okay. That's interesting because when I saw that, I was like, I wonder how he actually came up with that. So that's pretty interesting. And it's true, when you really think about it. So how long have you been making clothes?
I've been making clothes since about 14, 15 years old.
Okay. Okay. So um what did you do a test run? You tested it out for a while. And when did you actually start your business?
I started the business also around 14, 15.
Okay.
Got my
So
LLC at that age because there was this program in my high school that wanted young entrepreneurs to start their own businesses instead of being influenced by the gang and bad environmental elements around us.
okay. So that's really interesting right by itself because, but you're in a big city, so I think every school should offer that. And I didn't know that, that was being offered, but I think every school should offer that because that gives um, that gives the students an opportunity to express themselves, you know, just like you did. You took advantage of the opportunity, so you start your company at a really young age. That's really, really good. So what do you have the same logo as your Unhuman logo, or do you have different things that you put on shirts for people, or is it just that skeleton of the Unhuman?
No, I put different. There's different designs for there. I wouldn't say there's different logos. There's different designs for each line of clothing there is,
Okay,
depending on your type of work and environment. I have been learning more ways of making new designs because as I've learned making my brand, not everybody feels like a skull is the best representation of just
right.
good things. Like I had a person who was a very avid churchgoer, and he told me even though he liked my design of my clothing brand, it didn't fit his image. So I have learned to make other images. This is one of the more, I guess you could say, subtle images. It's just the U and the H.
Okay, okay, yeah,
But
yeah.
yeah,
So
I have learned to make more subtle designs because not everybody wants a big skull on their chest.
okay, and you do want to be able to reach everybody, or
Yeah,
as many people as you can. You want to be able to
I want
reach the
to reach as
masses.
much people as I can and show them it's okay to be different. I feel
Eh,
like people try to go along with life's standard rules and try to fit in to be normal. I don't want nobody to be normal. I want people to
eh,
be who they are.
Well, that's the best way to be. And just like you said, a lot of people just fall into that stereotype. They fall into they just go along with what's going. But when you can come out of the box and live outside of the box, there's no stopping because your mind is different. Your thought process is a lot different than other people's because you're not held down by anything, you know. So if you can live outside of the box, and I have for a long time, I think that's the best way to live. You can do what you want to do. You can be as creative as you want to be. You still have that structure around you, but you don't have to just live the way everybody else is. You know, you can express yourself the way you see yourself. You know what I mean? So that's a good thing that you're actually doing it and you're doing it early in life. Yeah. So what do you see for your future? Where are you trying to go? So you're 21. You're in college now.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So when's your last year in college?
Next year I have
Next.
2 more semesters to go.
Where do you want to take your brand once you get out of school? Where do you see yourself taking your brand?
I want to start a small handyman business for all the unemployed Caribbean men in Brooklyn. I feel
Okay.
like there's a great population of them that have the qualifications to do such jobs, just not the right credentials.
Okay. So you're gonna do that, and then how are you gonna incorporate your clothing line in with that, or is that gonna be separate?
I want to incorporate it in with it, but I know it might have to be separate, but I would like to incorporate it in it solely because I understand that construction people have to, and they have regulated clothing, but everything I do, I don't want to be regulated.
Yeah, right. I understand that. I understand that. Okay. Where can people find you? Where can they find you? Do you have any social media accounts that they can look up and they can find you and see all the types of clothing, different types of things that you're doing?
Yes, sir. My main Instagram account for the clothing brand is Unhuman Apparel.
Okay.
That's UN Human HUMAN Apparel APPEREAL.
Okay.
If you're interested in the story that comes with the clothing brand, the other Instagram account is called the Unhuman Experiment. So
Okay.
THEUN human HUMAN experiment.
Okay. Uh, Unhuman Apparel and the Unhuman Experiment,
Yes,
both
sir.
on Instagram.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. That sounds good. So, is there anything else that you want to tell the people before we end this session?
Um, the most I can say is don't ever be afraid to be different. Keep being yourself, even if you think people may not like you for it. If you don't think you might not go nowhere for it, be yourself. There's room enough. There's room in this world for everybody. Honestly.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I say basically the same thing because I'm one of the people that didn't do what everybody else was doing. I kind of beat my own drum, the way I wanted to, and it's worked for me. And I try to inspire other people to do the same thing because it is just like you said. There's room enough for everybody, and everybody has a creative side. So, life is much happier when you're working inside your element. Okay, when you're working inside your element, life is so much better. Um, well, I want to thank you for being here with us this evening, just taking the time to share your story. And once again, can you tell us where on Instagram you can find all of your sites?
Oh, on Instagram, the clothing brand page is Unhuman Apparel, and if you want to follow along for the story, it's called the Unhuman Experiment.
Yeah, Human Experiment. Okay. Well, we thank you for taking your time, man, to come on and share your story with me. And we'll be talking again. I have to catch up in a little while and see how things are going, see what kind of progress that you're making. And
Yes, sir.
okay, thank you. Thank you again for coming on. And you have a great night.